Hi guys, welcome back. This is the part two of the common mistakes that parents make. Let me just dive in, right away. Now we stopped at number three earlier. Let's go to number four. Number four is being too busy for your children. Well, it is very good to have family time, to have time for your children. Parents, I want to ask you, are you so busy that you don't have time for your children? I've heard, some youth say, my parents don't have my time. I've heard some of them say that, their parents know or they don't even recognize their parents. And I've heard even some children say that my dad comes back very late and comes back very early. If I want to see my father, I have to stay awake till 12 before I see him. Well, things are hard in this country, and we know that getting money is necessary to take care of your children. But please try as much as possible to find time to take care of your children. Give your children time. Children are weapons, children are instruments, children are gifts. You cannot be too busy and not have time for your children, and then at the end of the day you begin to regret and say, oh wow, I wish. Wishes will never take you back to the past. You cannot turn their hand of time. So now that you can, please find time for your children. Number five is suspecting your children. Suspecting your children. Okay, you suspect your children unnecessarily. It is not proper. Okay, your children have not done anything, and you keep suspecting them. Permit me to use it. This is common amongst parents who are, who are very religious. All right, they are very religious, and your children have not done anything, and then you just keep suspecting them. And where did you go? Where are you coming from? And sometimes you don't allow them breathing space. Some of you don't allow them to go out. You just want to keep them, chained in your house. Some like you want to select who they associate with. You just want to control everything about their life. Well, if you overdo it, it becomes bad. All right. If you've trained your child, that is what I believe. Even if you're a Christian, a pastor, a minister, if you've trained your child from childhood up to adolescent age, I think you should trust your child enough to know that child, know what you have taught him, what he has learned, and give him a little space so that you can watch whether he has really taken in what you have taught him or not. If you keep following him, with close matching gun marking, as somebody say, you're always on top of his head, you will get that child pissed. Or have you heard of children who left home and then they went to higher institution and they changed to something else? This is what causes it. And you feel, my child used to be this. If you're always on your child like that, it make the child to begin to pretend, and the child begins to pretend before you, and then you think your child is actually born again, spiritual like you are. You don't know your child is pretending. When your child goes to school, he brings out his real color. Parents, train your children, show them the way. But then when they begin to become adolescents, don't let them loose entirely, but give them some free slack. Let them take some decisions, and let them learn to trust you, to be able to open up to you. Don't begin to be on their nerve. And then the next one is very, very important. Okay, so we need to take note of this: comparing your children, number one, with other children, number two, with their siblings. Comparing your children, look at your mates there, your mates are in this, your mates are in that. Some of their mates are also dead too, but they are still alive. Now, you don't compare your children. Actually, I've been a youth. I've been I've led a group of youth for a while now, and I've known. I'm very sure that youths are pissed when you compare them with other people. So if your parent do that, please stop, and because it is not good. All right. Now let me talk quickly about comparing your children with their siblings. Every child is unique. Maybe we'll have to do a video about that. Every child is unique. All right. And so you don't compare child A and child B. Child B was built differently from child A. Their thinking pattern is different, their temperament is different, and other things. So what should you do then? You should learn to pray and seek the face of God for wisdom. Wisdom is required to bring up your children, especially to meet up with all their differences, their excesses, and their withdrawals. Alright, so please Don't compare your child and say, look at you, look at your brother, especially if you're comparing the elder one with the younger one, and look at your younger one, is this and that, is this and that, and look at you, good for nothing child. Oh my God, mother, father, if you have been doing that, it's a very big mistake. You have to stop it. And then don't compare your children to with other children. All right, the circumstances in their home are different from yours. Don't compare your children and say, look at this so child, he is this, so one child, he is that, he has done this, he has done that. Don't compare your children with other children. I'm sorry to say, but then I will have to do part 3 for this video. If you have followed till now, I believe you are learning great things. If you have learned something, share this. Our parents need to hear this. All right, our young people also need to hear this. This is not just for parents, it's also for the young one, because sometimes I tend to see a continual loop. All right, the way it happens to you with your parents, you go and transfer it to your children, and children transfer it to your children. If you can learn this now, you break that loop in your own family. All right, so I'll stop here for today. This is Edge and Inspiration. I have been Daniel, just for Edge and Inspiration. If you have not liked, shared, don't forget to like, share, comment, and then recommend Edge and Inspiration to someone else. I'll see you in part 3 of this video. Thank you very much for listening, and bye for now.